界中の格闘家が集う夢の祭典テッケンタッグトーナメント1回戦も残すところあと4試合となりました。次のステージに駒を進めるのは果たしてどのタッグに。
お客さん、一体どちらまで。
わからんか。このたぎる闘志の無冠法じゃ。
The king of Iron Fist tournaments. Get ready for the next battle. Round 1. Fight!
What do you say to a truce?
What's up, guys? It's your boy, the Ultimate B-Man, and finally, I can finally do a video of this game. Welcome to Tekken Tag Tournament. The game's been out for about 2 to 3 days now at the most. This is the 3rd day it's been out, and a lot's been going on in this game. But first off, I just want to throw out there that I am not playing this on the 360, which is what I would normally play my fighting games. So this time I decided to play it on the PS3, which is what I feel like that I should play Tekken games, because Tekken games normally used to be on Sony consoles until the 360 came along, and then they started putting it on the 360, and you know, it just felt about comfortable to me to play it on a Sony console, because that's what I played the original Tekken Tag Tournament on. And yeah, so but anyways, like I said, a lot has been going on in Tekken. They've got DLC stuff on its way and all sorts of other stuff, but I mainly wanted to in these set of videos that I'm going to do for Tekken Tag Tournament, I'm basically just going to go through all the different modes and, you know, find out stuff here and there, and probably do some online matches and stuff like that. But in the meantime, we're gonna just check out the story mode, which is the Fight Lab, which is what I eventually am finna select here. So I'm gonna go straight to that and check out what's going on there. One thing I want to talk about for this game is mainly to talk about the reviews that everybody's come up with in the game for the game, and they kind of disturbed me a little bit, because I couldn't understand why they would rate this game at the score that they gave it recently. I just don't get it. But I'm not gonna say their names, because you know they know who they are, and people, you guys know who they are. I mean, they reviewed this game, and you can see all the different reviews all throughout YouTube and all over the internet and whatnot. But these guys gave Tekken Tag Tournament, a 3D fighting game, which is, I have to say, probably the best 3D fighting game right now out there. I mean, sure, this Virtual Fighter and DOA 5 hasn't come out yet, but still, just to see that, people would bomb the hell out of this game because it had fewer things to it, which I have to say is way out of bounds to me. But I have at least about 5 things here. I won't take up too much time here talking about it, but I have at least about 5 things on what they talk about. First off, the one thing that they talked about mainly, there's not enough modes in Tekken Tag Tournament 2. And I have to say, that's kind of true, but then again, it's like, what else would you want out of a Tekken game? I mean, or better yet, out of a fighting game other than offline and online modes, like arcade mode and, time attack and ghost battle, all that other stuff. I mean, what would you want out of that? So I don't understand how many modes they really were asking for out of a fighting game. It's kind of like in a shooting game. I was like, how could you really want a lot of modes in a shooting game other than like versus and 2-on-2 multiplayer and stuff like that, and single player story mode? And other than that, what else would you want? I don't know. I mean, that's asking for too much. I mean, and this game has enough modes to kind of keep you busy, at least. Especially with offline mode. Offline mode has at least arcade battle, boost battle, and team battle, time attack, survival practice, and pair play, and all sorts of stuff. And the Fight Lab, which is what you watching right now, which is where you play as one of the combat bots and try to learn how to play the game, which is like a tutorial mode, a huge tutorial mode, at the same time kind of a small story mode, I guess. But we'll get more deep into it, and because right now what you're watching is just a pre-recording of me playing the Fight Lab, but we'll soon get into it a little bit more with more live stuff. But anyways, other than that, so I don't know what other modes they want. It wasn't enough modes. I don't get that. And then there was the unbalanced characters, and that one right there is really a good conversational starter. I mean, unbalanced characters, I don't see it. I guess in online mode where somebody has like Eddie Gordo or something like that, they would have more of an advantage than say a King or an Armored King or Jinpachi. But I mean, there's gonna be eventually a patch for those, and you just have to wait for it. I mean, Street Fighter Cross Tekken was the same way, and there was a whole lot of unbalanced stuff and so many infinites and here and there. I mean, you gotta wait. I mean, the game just came out, and there are going to be people who are going to find a lot of cheap, easy ways to win, whether they're good or bad. They're gonna find a way to win, especially if kind of that simple solution thing. If that one way that you've done to succeed at something, you keep on doing it. You know what I'm saying? If you hit, kind of like, for example, I'm going off the deep end here. Kind of like if you hit a nail with a hammer in a certain position, and it gets the nail all the way through, you're gonna keep doing that same thing over and over again. So, I mean, I don't know what little small changes. I mean, it's kind of like that. I mean, You know, somebody's going to keep picking Eddie Gordo and keep winning. They're going to keep picking Eddie Gordo and keep winning. I mean, it's just that simple. I mean, and the thing is, you have to work and play the game to actually figure a way around that stuff. But there will be patches for the game. I don't know when or where they're gonna come, or when they're gonna come out, but I mean, I'm pretty sure Namco's put a lot of time and a lot of effort into this game. A lot of time. I mean, it like I said, it just came out, so I don't know how they could use an unbalanced characters in a fighting game. I mean, like, for real, how can you do that and use that as an excuse to lower the score down for this game? Is completely stupid to me, because I think that's just dumb. It's not the right way to review a fighting game. I mean, I don't think they really looked at this game that well. For those who did score it very low than what others did, but just to use unbalanced characters in a fighting game, come on, there's always unbalanced characters. Even in Super Smash Brothers was like that, and there was characters who had more quicker moves than other characters. I mean, as simple as that game is, you still had those characters who had that one-hit KO move that other characters couldn't do, and you can see it. You can see it. I mean, a real gamer, a real fighting game juggernaut like me would see that, and that's just how it is. The next thing is, I can agree, no story mode. I mean, I can be comfortable with Fight Lab, and I'm pretty sure Arcade Battle might do that some justice. Maybe arcade mode in this game might be okay, unless, I mean, if there's a ending cutscene to it. I'm not for sure, but we'll find out. But if there's an ending cutscene to it, I'll accept it, so we'll roll with that. But I don't think that's a big deal to me, because a lot of times, I mean, not a lot of Tekken games really focused a lot on their story mode, except for like Tekken. But then again, I will take that back. Then again, Tekken has always focused a lot on the story, and I wish they had brought that story mode back, because it would have been great. But I would have loved to have story mode. I mean, there is many characters, like over 50 characters in this game, so each character having their own little 30-second little ending cut scene or something like that would have been great. Even in Fight Lab, I was kind of hoping for CGI cutscenes or something like that, but not, you know. But it's alright. I'm not gonna complain that much about it. But it's not a huge factor if you're just looking into playing online anyway, or just to fight other people, and that's about it. So really, story mode is not really that big. It's kind of like in fight and shooting games. A lot of people don't really focus a lot on the story mode anyway. They go straight to online and play it, kind of like in Halo. There's people who play the story mode, and there's people who go straight to online. So you got those two different factors there. So for people like me, I play the entire game, every single mode, and find out everything about the game before I, really dig deep into multiplayer online. And then there's people who go straight to online and just start going at it. So to me, you have both worlds, so it's really just all into what you want to do. But it's there, I guess, if you want to accept it. Fight Lab is how it is, and it was a flying Ginryu right there. But anyways, but yeah. And the next thing, we're almost done. Next thing is not friendly to noobs. I have something for that. I have something I think it might. I don't know, but I have a plan. But we'll talk about that later. Not friendly to newcomers to the game. there's practice mode, and then there's this fight lab. I mean, no offense. I mean, sure, it's harsh at times. Even if you're seeing right now, it's telling me to do like a sidestep and whatnot, and I'm doing the sidestep, and it's just not clicking to it and whatnot. But it's not that hard, but it can be a little difficult and kind of annoying not to be able to, you know, really focus a lot. But then again, it's like, you know, there's a whole bunch of trial and error, and it's really about just finding your characters that you want to play as and really want to focus on. So to me, this I kind of can accept the way it is right now. I mean, if you can't play the fighting game, then don't play it. I mean, Street Fighter Cross Tekken did the same thing. I mean, it tried to be friendly to newcomers, but still, you still had those hardcore players out there. It wasn't like these newcomers were going to come in and beat guys who, you know, normally go to Evo and do all these championship tournaments and stuff like that. It was like, no. It's not like that. You know, it gives you a slight advantage, but it's not that big of an advantage, you know, like the gym system and whatnot. But here, to me, it's straightforward. I mean, if it's not that hard, I mean, 4-button punches and kicks, and depending on the direction that you're at, and, you know, just learning how to step here and step there and jump, kick, and, you know, once you get the hang of it, it's not that bad. And Fight Lab kind of helps you that a little bit, but then there's practice mode, so, you know. But to me, I would have to say I would have liked to see a real in-depth tutorial mode that actually taught you how to really learn all the real combos and moves and jump. But then again, you know, if you play recent Tekken games, that's just how it is, you know. So you should know by now that's how the Tekken games are with their tutorial modes and stuff. So you can't really say too much about that. Just play the game. If you don't want, I mean, I can't really say other than that for the newcomers. I mean, newcomers to the game, I don't go to online. That's the big mistake right there. Don't go to online first. Just take your time in playing the game, and, you know, get you some friends that want to try to play the game and whatnot, and, you know, just kind of learn a little bit here and step by step. Don't try to rush it. I mean, but the people who reviewed it kind of made it feel like noobs, you know, newcomers can't play this game at all. So I was like, that's BS. I mean, you can play the game, you just have to learn how to play it, you know, because it's like trying to learn how to play a Super Mario game. That's like, you don't need to really learn how to it doesn't take skill to learn how to play a Super Mario game, but this game ain't Super Mario, but still, you just have to learn how to play. But the last thing is a 7. Now, I felt bad that this game only got a 7 out of whatever, and I kind of felt bad because this game deserves at least a 9 or 8 or 4 out of 5. I mean, this is a really good game, and it's fun as hell. And, you know, I only played one mode so far, but a 7, get out of here. I mean, I will agree on some people. Some people said that, you know, real gamers need to review this game and really try to, you know, get into it. You know, people who really know this game should review the game 100%. I mean, there's been people on other websites like giantbomb.com, I think. They gave it a 4 out of 5, which is great. So I don't see what's the big deal for a 7. But, you know, other than that, I really don't know. But let me know what you think of this game and what you have to say about it in the comments below, and let me know if this is the fighting game of all fighting games. But anyways, I'm B-Man, and I'll see you later.